People want to buy their homes in a Sharia compliant way, but not everybody can afford 300, 400, $500,000 at a time, right? Like it would take them sometimes a lifetime. Investing in real estate and business, it is very true that you got to have money to make money. So how do we build our pot of equity, right? Witnessing your dad do these developments, working in that business, was finance, lending, how he was structuring was that ever discussed? Was he ever teaching you about that? What was the conversation? I'm assuming that back in the day, he was using loans, he was using financing. Why? Because in this country, there's just no other option. Guys like you and me, our generation, we're trying to change that. But back then, we had to work with what we had to work with.
It never was talked about, and to this day, we've never talked about it, but I'm certain that bank loans were involved. But alhamdulillah, now, like, since we started the business, here in Arizona, it's been strictly just cash, interest free. And sometimes I think, like, what are the dangers of riba? There's like no baraka in the wealth. We went through some tough times from 2006 to 2008, and so that just kind of reminds me of, like, what is the wisdom behind why interest and riba is forbidden. So alhamdulillah, now we're on a better track where we're not involved in that kind of stuff. But earlier, yeah, I mean, you're right, and I agree with you that this generation, I think, is taking it more seriously.